Just looking at things a little bit differently can make us a lot happier. If you want to know how, then watch this video. To go deeper into this stuff and to get more life out of life, then subscribe to our Sakaso YouTube channel and be sure to click the notification bell so you don't miss a thing.
So let's say your friend's birthday is coming up and you like to give her some gift. So you go to a store and look around and you found something and you paid for it. You go home and you wrap the gift, you make a card, think about all the energy and effort you're putting into it. In this situation, of course, you're the one who's giving and your friend is the one who's receiving, right? But is that really true? Step back a bit and let's look at the situation again. So when you go to the store and looking for a gift, you're thinking about your friend and thinking about the connection to your friends and imagining her happy face. When you are wrapping a gift, you're probably feeling her excitement already when she opens the present, right? And your heart is filled with her happiness and excitement. And then when you're making a card, also you probably are filled with the love between you and your friend, right? So what's happening is you are also receiving all those feelings when you're doing a giving action. At the same time, you're also receiving. So surprise, you thought you're the one who are giving, but actually you are receiving. And this is very important element to have a happy life. The more you're aware that you are receiving and the more you appreciate it, the more happiness you can get from.
The more you're aware that you're receiving while you're giving.
While
right?
you're giving,
those
yep.
two things are going together.
Right.
Yeah, the more you're aware of that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. This was actually a tough one for me to understand. You taught me about this. I figured that since I was the one who's giving the present, I love Christmas. I love being the one who's giving, right? And I'm giving the present, I'm the giver, right? So, it's easy to overlook what's not obvious, right? The subtle part, which is what you're receiving at the same time, those feelings that you're receiving. I mean, yes, I felt good. I felt good being the giver, but what you're saying is the more that I'm aware of what I'm receiving, the more happiness I get from it. The more I'm aware of how those two things come together, there's no way to separate them, right? That was really hard for me to understand that those are the same thing. Like, you're just taught in our culture that you're either giving or you're receiving, and those are separate, but they're not.
No, but then by doing that, and you're dismissing the receiving part.
Yeah,
right?
You actually totally miss it. Well, not 100%. You do still feel you still feel pleasure in giving, right? It comes automatically, but the more that I've focused on it since you taught me this, that they come together, I've gotten so much more from it. It's totally transformed the way I look at it and my experience of the whole thing.
Yeah. So to help you start developing this awareness, here's a simple exercise that we can do. Simply give thanks to someone. Let's pick someone who you don't thank so often, right? And anybody is fine. And then you thank them and tell them the reason why you're thankful and observe their reaction, how they react. And then most importantly, observe what you feel, how you feel when you do that. That this is the receiving part, right? And just take a mental note. It's that simple, and the more you're aware how much you're receiving, the more happiness you bring into your life.
Yeah, this was the practice that she had me do basically, and I only really got it is when I was giving And I didn't focus on that part at all. I only focused on the receiving part. Then it finally started to click for me because I had them so separated, right? Then I realized they really are the same thing. You can't actually have one without the other. And doing that exercise is just an amazing thing because it makes me feel happier. Yeah.
So try that exercise and let us know how it went in the comments below. We love to hear that.
And to go deeper into how this stuff works, then check out the next video in the YouTube card. And to find your way, heal, and get more life out of life, then be sure to subscribe to our Sakaso YouTube channel. And we'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.